Could Brandon Miller be available? I think anyone's available for the right price, but I'll give you another lottery pick that I think could be under the radar, maybe buy low on Jabari Smith Jr. from Houston.
Mm,
I
okay.
mean, we talk about power forward. We know that he can shoot the ball.
Hmm.
I think that could be a buy low option as well when you talk about power forwards. Now, I have no idea what Houston would want. I mean, you could even entertain Tari Eason as well.
Hmm.
Tari Eason and Jalen Duran, by the way, have the same agent, and both of them didn't extend. So, I
Hmm.
mean, Tari Eason got a deal, but most of it was non guaranteed. It was a $100 million deal. Like 80% of it was non guaranteed. So,
Right.
obviously, they weren't going to take that. But I mean, I think Houston does have some intriguing power forwards on the roster that you could possibly look at this trading deadline or possibly this summer. I don't know about Brandon Miller. I think Brandon Miller would cost you a couple of draft picks, and
Yeah.
you're probably at least starting the conversation with like Ron. I would assume because
Yeah.
Charlotte wants to get out of the basement. They want to be competing in the playoffs. I mean, they're bringing a little mellow ball off the bench now. So I mean, that's just like a
That's so crazy.
yeah, it worked. It
It is,
worked.
yeah, that's the part that's tripping me out. Yeah.
Yeah, it worked, but it'll be interesting. Charlotte's a team when you look at them, like the one player that could be intriguing, another power forward, Grant Williams, just had his first game back after tearing his ACL, and he fits into the trade exception. So I don't know. It'll be interesting. There's just so many like low key under the radar power forwards that the Pistons could target.
Yeah, and I think this it's kind of interesting because while I think Jabari taking a step forward, he's averaging like what 15 a game right now. It's just been such a weird story with him since his rookie year, from the projected number one pick to go to Orlando, then it's Paolo instead, and now he goes to Houston, which was a good landing spot for him. But it's just been kind of up and down to some extent, and now he, may or may not be there, in their plan for the future. The thing for me is, while I do think that could be a good fit for him, I think it kind of repeats the same things that they've been doing, which is a buy low option that may or may not work. The Pistons, I think, great. I think it could work for a guy like him, but I'd still want to see them get a guy that's proven.
Yeah.
I want to see that personally and selfishly. Again, it's not to say that Jabari couldn't work here on this team, but it's just I think the big swing, because you keep talking about Cade, having his number two guy. A lot of these moves that we see from these other teams that are having young cores and they're trying to, build with the proper nucleus around them, they're going to get guys that are proven players. Like Brandon Ingram was a proven player. It's just his injuries that are the question mark. Brandon Bain, excuse me. Desmond Bain is a proven talent. Like he's shown that he can be a reliable 2 or 3 or a 1 on a hot night. The Pistons, I think, are still looking for more proven guys, and I think that's really what would tip a whole lot for me. I don't want to. I don't want to say I don't want to see, because again, in the area, in a perfect world, and in a situation under a guy like JB Bickerstaff, who has shown that he can make guys like Duncan Robinson as a feasible defender when you need him, you can also get that out of a guy like Jabari Smith Jr. So I do love that name as a suggestion, but I do want them to kind of keep poking around at some proven guys that also maybe have some upside. Maybe I'm just being selfish. I don't know, but fantasy
No,
booking wise, I want to see them go find somebody that's proven for this team.
I'm just spitball off the top of
Yeah,
my head. I mean, like there's some guys that are maybe kind of like a tier above. Like I think Grant Williams and PJ Washington to me are very similar players.
yeah,
They're kind of like I wouldn't say they're role players, but they're like fringe starters where they could
yeah.
definitely like help your team in that aspect. I still remember people killing me for mentioning PJ Washington during the Monty Williams year, saying, "Oh, you're crazy. Why would we go get PJ?" I'm like, now who wants PJ
Yeah, no,
Washington?
that would have been perfect. I would have loved
Yeah,
that.
yeah.